Is Riverside really the game changer it claims to be in 2025, or just another overhyped tool draining your wallet? So that you understand what we are comparing, I want to share the current pricing structure for Riverside. Plans range from $29 to $99 a month if paid monthly, or $288 to $948 a year if paid annually. There are lots of features for each plan, but like with most software pricing structures, they build on each other. So if you upgrade, you retain all of the features from the previous tier and gain additional functionality as you progress. The first and most important thing to ask is how well Riverside records podcasts. Zoom is free and one of the most successful meeting platforms in the world. It's easy to use, and guests most likely already have an account, so why would you want to spend money on Riverside? After testing both options over the last couple of years, the answer is simple: quality. Both Zoom and Riverside can record virtual meetings and provide audio and video files to work with. So how are they different? Zoom records the stream that everyone is seeing. So if the internet is weak or drops out during recording, causing the video to glitch or the audio to stop, that's what will be recorded. Riverside, on the other hand, records files locally for you and your guests and uploads these high-quality files for you to edit. Since it's recording the files locally, internet issues shouldn't break the quality of the audio and video. This has happened once or twice for me, but in the hundreds of recordings that I've done, I say that's pretty good. In addition to recording locally, Riverside also provides a recording of the stream as a backup. This is essentially what you would get from Zoom. Here's an example from one of my clients. Both participants had internet issues during the recording. This is what it would have looked like if they had been recording their podcast on Zoom. And this is what it looked like after being recorded on Riverside. While Zoom is free, there's a catch. If you want to record for longer than 40 minutes, you'll need to upgrade your plan. You would spend between $14 and $23 per month on a pro or business plan to gain additional recording time. To me, this functionality alone makes it feel like a no-brainer to choose Riverside, but that's not the only thing that you're paying for. So are the rest of the features just bloat, pushing up the cost? Let's take a deeper look at the other features to find out. I've been editing video for over 15 years, and I feel very comfortable in software like Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and Final Cut Pro. So when I first learned that Riverside had editing software, I wasn't really interested. But for your benefit, I decided to dig into it, and I have to say I'm really impressed. If you're new to video editing, this interface is very approachable and easy to use. There are built-in tools for cleaning up the audio, cutting parts out, making changes to individual audio files, choosing a layout, adding in additional elements, and many other things. Unlike Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, these tools aren't complicated or overwhelming to use at all. Most of them can be implemented by simply clicking a button. For new editors, this will be really nice, but for experienced editors, it might feel a little restricting. One really interesting feature is their AI editing tool. After you finish recording the episode, Riverside will create a full edited version complete with removing filler words, cutting out silence on tracks, removing dead space, and more. And you can change any of these edits after the fact, in case AI gets it wrong. Riverside also allows you to export a high-resolution file, and you can publish your episode directly to your Spotify account after you're finished. If you're used to DaVinci Resolve or iMovie, you would be able to edit your podcast for free. But if you use Premiere Pro, you'd need to pay between $275 and $840 a year, depending on which plan you chose. Not to mention any additional plugins you might want. Since I use Premiere Pro as my main video editing software, I could save substantial money each year if I were to switch. So will I be ditching Premiere Pro for Riverside's editing software? No. I don't just edit podcasts. I also edit commercials and several other types of content for YouTube. So it wouldn't make sense to drop Premiere Pro completely. But I will spend more time exploring Riverside's AI edit because Riverside allows you to export a Premiere Pro timeline of your episode. This includes edits you've made in Riverside or that were made for you by AI. This could help me edit faster in Premiere Pro if some of the initial cleanup work was done for me. Using AI to create shorts pulled from long-form content isn't new. Options to edit video with AI have been around since 2020, but unlike other editing software I mentioned earlier, Riverside offers both manual editing and AI-generated clips. It does a pretty good job too. I've used Kuso.ai in the past to pull together AI-generated shorts. It also does a pretty good job, but the one issue I had with the software was the lack of control over what shorts were pulled. With Riverside, you can use the AI co-creator to help pull shorts about specific topics. Then you can refine the shorts using their built-in editing software. It adds captions, and you can edit those quickly and easily to make sure that the words are spelled correctly. Of all the AI shorts creators I've tested, this is probably the most intuitive. If you're going to use something like Kuso.ai to create shorts, you'll pay at least $24 a month, which is the same as the starting cost of Riverside. Plus, Riverside also automatically generates a transcript of the entire show. This can be helpful for generating a blog post of the episode or providing the transcript for the hearing impaired. Like any AI-based transcription, it will have a few issues that will need to be cleaned up. If you need a lot of transcription for longer episodes, paying for services like Rev.com could cost over $10 a month for AI-generated transcripts or $2 a minute for human-created transcripts. Those costs can stack up fast. When you're looking at solutions for going live, there are lots of options out there. YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok all have options to go live right from their platforms for free, and you can use free software like OBS to set up a robust live stream. But while all of these options are free, they come with several downsides. They can be clunky to set up, it can be difficult to stream to multiple platforms at the same time, and without additional paid software, it can be really difficult to stream with guests who aren't in your studio space. Riverside streamlines, no pun intended, all of this. Plus, it comes with other benefits I've already talked about. There are other software options that I won't go in depth on in this video, like StreamYard, Restream, Zencastr, and more. For premium features on these apps, you can look at spending $15 plus a month. The biggest difference between these platforms and Riverside is that they all have a primary focus on streaming, and Riverside is more focused on creating content. If you're an established streamer on Twitch and looking to switch to Riverside for all of your streaming needs, you might find yourself a little disappointed. However, if you want to level up your podcast game by adding streams to your content calendar, Riverside is going to be the perfect choice. So is Riverside worth the money? Short answer, yes, Riverside is absolutely worth the money. You could spend hundreds of dollars a month pulling together a suite of tools and trying to figure out how to have them all work together. Or you can just pay for Riverside. There are so many great things you can do with the platform, and they keep rolling out new features. If you found this video helpful and you want to check out Riverside for yourself, you can use the link in the description to start your free trial. It helps support my channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. Let me know if you have any questions about Riverside, and I'll see you in the next video.